Alex,
right.
let me tell you something about DeRo. He falls in love fast.
That's a lie.
And his newest crush
You got to work for it.
Corbin Carroll. He's got star quality. Yes?
He's earned it.
I love the draft.
Yeah.
There's a couple websites where I find myself, like you look at the mock drafts, the Jonathan Mayos, the Jim Callises, through the years of working here, and I just love going through it and looking at video of who the potential first-round mocks are going to be. And when you looked at this kid coming out of high school in Seattle, he was slight build, but he jumped off the screen. He really did. The hit tool, the speed, and it's a matter of like, I'm blown away at these evaluators and these cross-checkers. Like, you got to have the stones to pop the clutch on something like this and it pay off. 16th overall pick, and he ripped apart the minor leagues. And we talk about adding value, what a superstar is or what it can become. He does, Alex, sick D, runs like the wind, arguably the fastest player in the game. And he has got aggressive pop. Like, for a guy that's...
I'm curious who you got, like, comparing him to.
His numbers are scary. I'm going to show some swings of him where I'm telling you, you're going to think they're flyouts to the outfield.
And they just keep going.
They're leaving the yard.
Yeah,
and I'm like, wait, hold on. Okay, let's get in. Corbin Carroll. This guy, the Diamondbacks are on the rise. They have a nice young team. And I love their draft picks the last couple years. The Jordan Lawlers, the Drew Jones, the Corbin Carrolls. We're talking about just superstar type players. And it's starting with him, okay? He is on one. Pause this. Bring up the first board. Bring up the F4 board. Fangraphs WAR. Kind of the totality of who you are as a player and where you stand. Since August 29th of 2022, last year, this is what he means to the Diamondbacks and within the game. I mean, this kind of impact, the Freddie Freeman, Sean Murphy, Julio Rodriguez, Yordan Alvarez, and you're saying, man, I haven't put eyeballs on this guy. Let's get into it. He does so many things. He's got every tool. He's got the power tool. He's got the ability to move the ball the other way. He's got the hit tool, 0-2. He's got left on left. That's Clayton Kershaw, mind you. Run that back for me.
That's that wiry
What
strength.
is this? Run this. I mean, that ball's destroyed.
Yeah. And to go over the pool there.
Over the pool.
Yeah.
Watch where some of these are landed. Clayton's like, what? I know he got me. Watch the speed. This hits off the top of the wall. I thought it was a cannon corn to center field. Next thing you know, he decides, stand-up triple.
You know, the ball comes off his bat, kind of like Juan Soto. Like, it looks like a...
Did you see my tape?
No, this is the first time I'm seeing this.
You wait for it.
This is the first time I'm seeing this.
He plays D. I'm sure he could play center field. They have so many guys out there. He's taken the last 2 nights off because he banged his knee right there. But the ability to steal a bag at will. He doesn't need the bigger bases. Okay, the reason I bring up Tatis, pause it. Bring up the board comparing Tatis. Eric Nays, researcher to the stars, went into weeds right here. Take a look at this. 12-plus stolen bases, a 350-plus on base, and a 515 slug through their first 60 games in the show. There's only 2 guys to do that. Tatis and Corbin Carroll.
That's impressive.
It's impressive.
Yeah, really is.
Let's get back in. The pop for me is unbelievable. You're telling me that ball is leaving? Right? So I'm sitting there watching. These balls are gone.
You got Soto tape in there, don't you?
Oh, I got Soto coming. But I'm telling you, you don't understand the power this guy's possessing. And when he gets into his hitting style.
He's got quads, though. I mean,
Look at it.
Yeah.
Run that back real quick. Okay? I want you to go slow. And to the people at home, Juan Soto, if you're watching this, just lock in on his front shoulder and this play through the zone. And then I want you to lock in on Juan Soto's front shoulder and how he's, and it's coming off the ball. And that's why he's starting to get going a little bit more, but that's why he's had a little bit of a scuffle. So watch his bat path. He drops it in the zone, clean, and he's already like kind of coming
out of it.
outside. Yeah,
it's the direction to the
direction. Bat head in his zone for an extended period of time.
What's crazy though is how much he actually he strides
He's
to the ball though.
He's gaining a lot of ground.
Most than what most guys can do and be successful.
So this is him in high school. So you go to watch Corbin Carroll play in high school. Are you thinking that kid is going to be this, right? That's what you have to do when you're picking a kid in the first round, going to hand him millions of dollars.
Well, that's great job by the scouts there, because that's the hardest thing to do is to project from that to that.
I mean, he has put on some serious. I'm telling you, lock in on it. There's a lot happening in Arizona, and it starts with him on a nightly basis. Like I said, I know he's had the last 2 nights off because he dinged up his knee. He is doing something that wows you when you watch him. And the power is crazy for him.
It's funny that you had put Soto there. I didn't see this tape, but it's like when he hits the ball coming off his bat, there's only a few guys that can do that in the major leagues where you see it coming off the bat and you're like, nah, that's a can of corn, or that's a fly out, and it just keeps going.
Keeps going.
Like Juan hit a ball off the center field wall that off the bat from the center field camera looks like that's a can of corn to the outfielder, and it hits off the wall. Same thing with him coming off the bat. There's only a few guys that have
Chipper Jones used to
ability.
do that, but he used a huge bat. He swung like a 34 and a half, 34, and he'd like clip one oppo, and we'd all be like, oh, it's a can of corn to left.
He's generating so much like momentum and power, through his legs and hips when he meets the ball. And like you said, that direction, it's straight through.
Crazy tools, Robert.
He reminds me of, you guys remember Brett Butler?
Yeah.
That swing reminds me of Brett Butler, but Brett Butler didn't have that kind of power.
I mean, you watch 12 and 13-year-old kids all weekend. Can you tell the difference already, DeRo?
I'm a big body movement guy. I'm not saying there aren't some guys with some awkward body movements that make it to the big leagues and are successful. I like when there's no hinges in your moves, right? Fluid, athletic,
yeah,
coachable, everything.
He's got that.
He has got some shimmy in his game, some big pop. The speed it's crazy. The run tool.
I wish I could have one day what it feels like to run.
I know,
never had that.
Fast.